KD Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime, in the between time, I'm going to give some shouts out to the early birds, starting with dun, dun, dun. You can't handle the truth. It's enough to get you there. It says enough to get you there. Okay. David K. Jackson. Sure, $300 is enough for 3 different dates. Speak. King Lukey, what up? DC's own. Chris Anillis. That's ridiculous. We going to Wendy's. Let's see, Wendy's, how many trips is $300? Wendy's, get the full meal deal. What is it for a good meal at Wendy's cost? Last time I was at Wendy's was about 2 years ago. I bought a salad. Wendy's got some bomb salads, man. Y'all don't be sleeping on Wendy's salads now. You know, that salad go hard. But yeah, I had a Wendy's salad about 2 years ago. That's pretty good. Let's see. I think that salad was probably around $6. With $300, $6, I could go to Wendy's about what? What is that? About maybe 20 times? No, more than that. Let's see. Let's do the math on this. 50 times. Could hit up Wendy's 50 times for a salad, man. If you're going to buy 2, break it down. That's $12. So now 25 times. We can go to Wendy's 25 times. $12. Mike L., what up? DeForest Settles Jr., Washington, D.C. Well, that's a bad name there, DeForest. DeForest Settles Jr. That sounds like lineage, legacy, history. You got to do something with a name like that. You call Randall Reed, Marilyn Jackson, Salisbury, North Carolina. Jamal, what up? Arkansas, what up? Arizona. Moss. ATX, Proper Paper Inc. All right, fam, going in. I see you, African Pride. Good morning. I'm going in, fam, going in. So this discussion was brought to you by way of, let me see what her name is. Michaela N. So I'm on social media. I'm in these social media streets, just taking a stroll. And I come across this post where Michaela is asking the question, is $300 enough for a date in 2024? This question was prompted by a discussion that Shannon Sharp had with one of his buddies, she said, where the buddy said, look, man, $300 ain't enough for a date. And she actually cited the fact that in Atlanta, you got 3 sports teams. You got the Braves, you got the Falcons, and you got the Hawks, right? These are 3 professional teams. And, dudes spend a lot of money on women, on dates and stuff like that in Atlanta. So she seemed to be coming from the Atlanta angle, like, yeah, $300, that ain't enough. But here's the deal, fam. I did respond to that comment, but I want to show you. I reposted actually the video on my own social media, on my Instagram. And I want y'all to hear me out here. But I tell you what, before I do that, before I read you guys what I had to say about it, read my reaction, give me a thumbs up if you think $300 is enough. Thumbs down if you no, man, you shortchanging the woman, man. 300 ain't nothing. Ain't nothing to a boss. 300 ain't nothing. Give me a thumbs up if you think 300 is cool. That 300 is more than enough. 300 is enough for a date in 2024. Thumbs down if you say, man, Willie D, man, they tripping, man. This ain't even a question, man. What the hell is wrong with folks? Let me see where y'all at with it. Rudolph up. Bridget up. Dorothy up. Lakeisha up. 49ers down. Mars up. A King up. Jim up. Chris Webb up. C. Maurice up. All I need is a thumbs up or down, fam. I don't need the words and sentences and stuff. Just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. YB up. Facebook up. OB down. OB down. Tony up. Broski up. Rick up. Anna up. Is it the Imperial up. Faye up. La Max up. Taylor up. RC3 up. Joe Mama down. Wait a minute. No, thumbs up if you think that 300 is enough. I mean, thumbs up. Damn, y'all got me confused now. Thumbs up if you think 300 is enough. Thumbs down if you think, hold on, damn, what did I say? I'm just got me tripping. Give me a thumbs down if you think $300 is too much for a date. Thumbs up if you think it's enough. If you think it's enough, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs down if you think it's too much. Thumbs down if you think it's too much. Thumbs up if you think it's enough. Thumbs down if you think it's too much. Thumbs down if you think it's too much. Thumbs up if you think it's enough. You're cool with 300. You're cool with 300. Give me a thumbs up. Herman up. Merck up. Lamaxo up. The Imperial down. Facebook user down. Facebook user down. Tony down. King down. Novella down. Joseph up. Dre up. A draw up. Philip down. Yurma Sketcom down. Jason Smith up. Alva up. The Maxar down. Ethiopia down. Gavin down. Ethiopia down. Venus down. Yerma down. Gregory down. Chris down. Jizzle up. QB down. Okay. All right, fam. Let me give y'all my take on this. So I'm going to share my screen with y'all to my YouTube channel. If you're not following me already, please do so. Let's see. Where am I at here? Share screen, Instagram, boom. All right now. All right. Let me put the full screen up. So this is what I had. This is my reaction. Former broke guy here. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Former broke guy here. The amount of money a man spends on a date should be relative to what he's working with, the type of woman he's taking on the date, and her role in his life. If you really want to know the truth, if a man is broke or light in the pockets, he should not be concerned with counting coins for dinner at a restaurant. He should be focused on getting his paper up. If he meets someone along the way who gets his mission and is okay with getting in where she fits in without interrupting his flow, then by all means. The problem you youngsters have is y'all live in an inescapable materialistic bubble called social media, where damn near everything you see is fake, including the people. And even when it's real, you don't know what people had to do to get it or maintain it. Y'all got relationship goals inspired by people who aren't even in loving relationships. I got it. But I choose where to spend mine and who to spend it with based on the person, not the personality. I have taken some of the most beautiful women in the world to upscale steakhouses and barbecue shacks on first dates and beyond. Although we may have eventually moved on, the one I ate fast food with damn near daily was one of the most loyal. Whenever things didn't work out, it was rarely about the money spent on food that will pass through your ass within 24 hours. It was about the connection, trust, and understanding. Money can't fix what's missing on a deeper level. You can lease love and loyalty, but you can't buy them. So that's where I'm at, fam. You can lease love and loyalty, but you can't buy them. Money cannot fix what's missing on a deeper level. That's why you see even billionaires getting divorced, right? You would think that, man, this guy's a billionaire. Why would they be getting divorced? Because money can't fix what's missing on a deeper level. It can't fix it. You cannot fix it. Money cannot fix it. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They think the amount of money that they spend determines the amount of love they have for a person. Get out of here. I was just telling my girl that, you know, some of the best times that I remember, the times that I remember the most, actually, the dinners that we've had was the dinners that she cooked, because I know those dinners were cooked with love. You understand what I'm saying? I understand the effort that she put into preparing the meal. When you go to eat at a restaurant, you know, there's a lot that come with that. First of all, you gotta get dressed. You gotta go and park. You gotta get out, go in the door. You know, sometimes, you know, you might be greeted with a bad hostess, or you might have a bad you might have a bad waiter. You know, your cutlery may not be clean to your satisfaction. Your food may not be to your satisfaction. You know, you sometimes end up paying more than you thought you would have to pay. At the end of the day, whether you eat at at a steakhouse, whether you eat at a steakhouse or a burger shack, that food's gonna pass through your body the same way. In 24 hours, you ain't gonna know what the hell you ate. It's gonna be gone. It's gonna be passed through your body, and you're gonna have to re-up. It don't matter how much you spend. You can spend $1,200 on a meal, $300 on a meal, or $3 on a meal. As long as your body get the nourishment that it needs, that's all that really matters. When it comes to whether $300 is enough, it's enough. It's enough if she likes you. If a woman likes you, $3 is enough. No, seriously. If she likes you, you can take a woman to go get some tacos. Her taco might be $3. You can say, hey, I ain't really hungry, but I ain't the type of dude that'll feed a woman and not feed myself. I don't get on like that. But there are some dudes, their money be so tight, they'll spend the money on a woman and act like they already ate. Hell, not me. Not me. If she eating, I'm eating. Yeah, fam. I ain't never went out like that. And here's the deal, fam. It ain't really necessary to slander these women who have these high demands. All you got to do is just avoid them. If they're not your type, just avoid them. You don't got to talk down about them, because everybody got different standards. There are some women who have a standard where they live in gunshot houses in the hood, and the guy that they with give them $100 every week. And as long as they get that $100 every week and their needs are met, they got the food and a roof over their head, they cool with that. They don't need to live in the suburbs. They don't need to live in a $100,000 house or a $200,000 house. And then you got some women who are okay with living in a $200,000 house and they're perfectly happy. They are fine. Their needs are being met. They're fine. And, they're getting everything that they want. But for some women, that $200,000 might be like a shack to them. They're accustomed to living in $2 million houses and beyond. Then you got them women that are accustomed to living in, $20 million houses. So everybody got their own threshold for what makes them happy, or what satisfies them, what makes them content. And we have to stop comparing ourselves to others, because comparison is the thief of joy. Constantly comparing yourself to other people, you'll never measure up. You will never, ever measure up. There's always going to be somebody who has a bigger house. You go buy the biggest house. Even if that somebody can't really afford, don't even have your money, they might go out and buy that even a bigger house just to show you that they can do it too. You go buy the flyest car, next thing you know, your neighbor got one. Keeping up with the Joneses. Comparison is the thief of joy. You got to find your lane and be cool with your lane. You can look at what other people have and aspire to have that someday, but in that exact moment, you got to know that ain't for you right now. That ain't for you right now. That ain't your thing. That ain't for you right now. And that might not never be for you. You might have a greater destiny. You may have a total different lane, and you realize that you wake up one day and you realize that, damn, I didn't plan it this way, and I wouldn't have planned it this way. But, damn, I'm glad that the universe took over. I'm glad that God took over and didn't allow me to try to make the decision. I'm glad it went like this. Most of the people that are on social media they're not real. They're not giving you real life situations. They're making stuff up. They're showing you their highlights. It's just like when you watch a football player, right? You watch a football player or a basketball player. When you watch the highlight reel, it's the highlight reel, not the low light reel. It's the highlight reel. It's where they're at their best. It's when they made all of the catches. They made all of the catches. They threw the ball just right. They caught the ball. They ran the ball just right. They scored the touchdowns. It's the highlight reel. They ain't showing you the fumbles. They're not showing you the missed passes. They're going to show you the highlights. And you should have enough sense to know that, okay, this is cool and I'm happy for them, but I know there's got to be some lowlights out there. This can't be it. This can't be all. Common sense would tell you that, but we just do not. We don't exercise that ability, often. We just don't use that. We don't use that. So let's break down the role of social media in dating. It's turned things completely upside down. First off, we've got this culture of instant validation. People are more hooked on likes, shares, and comments than on genuine connections, getting high on the superficial without ever digging into something real. Then there's this illusion of choice. Apps make it seem like everyone has infinite options. So folks start treating each other as replaceable. Instead of committing to working through challenges, people feel like they could just scroll on to the next potential match. And don't even get me started on the rise of situationships, non-committal entanglements that thrive in the age of ambiguity. Think about what I'm saying, fam. With so much noise and endless choices, it's no wonder commitments have almost become a four-letter word. And here's a big one. As I said before, comparison. Social media's highlight reel has everyone playing a game they can't win, constantly comparing themselves to unrealistic standards. It pressures people to present only the best, making it hard to be real, vulnerable, and actually connect on a deeper level. It's like everyone's trapped in this game of outdoing one another, trying to project perfection instead of embracing reality. It's messed up, fam. It's totally messed up the fundamentals: honesty, vulnerability, and real communication. Think about what I'm saying. Instead, we're left with this cycle of swiping, ghosting, and hopping from one shining distraction to the next. And nobody's building anything lasting. We're just hopping around. Nobody has the patience to build. Everything has to be perfect. And here's another thing, fam. A lot of times, women want to go to these fancy restaurants where you have to pay $300 for a double, for two people, because they want to capture the moment on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. They want to capture the moment on YouTube. So they're looking for beautiful places that are going to make them look good in the video, on the picture. When you start thinking about a place where you might be able to go to and get a meal with, for two people for $50, $60, or even $20 or $30. That ain't no place that they want to be posting on Instagram. So a lot of these women who are influencers and who are, are trying to be influencers, Instagram models, and all that kind of stuff, a lot of these women, they try to maximize their time. Okay, if I'm gonna go, then I'm gonna go somewhere where it's worth it, where at least I can get me some pictures out of the deal. I can get me a good meal, and then I can get some pictures. I can get some pictures for my Instagram. I can get some video for my YouTube. I can get some footage. And so even though I like Chipotle, even though I eat at Chipotle, even though sometimes I do grab Taco Bell, I ain't no way in hell I'm gonna film myself eating at Taco Bell or Chipotle because they're gonna say I'm broke. You could be a millionaire. Look, fam, I'm a millionaire and I eat at Chipotle sometimes. I don't do it often, but every now and then I will get some Taco Bell. The last time I ate Taco Bell was over a year ago. But I'm not above eating Taco Bell if I'm hungry enough. And sometimes I might just have a craving. And I know it's bad. I know y'all gonna get in the comments. Oh man, that's horrible food. That's terrible. That's terrible. But every now and then, man, I just like to eat terrible stuff. I just like to eat terrible food every now and then. If Popeyes is my favorite spot in the world, used to be my favorite chicken spot. But it's no longer that because they've done something to the taste. They've done something to the taste at Popeyes. So I stopped going to Popeyes. But not to say I would never go again. I might get a craving, but I'm not above going to Church's Chicken or something. I ain't been in months and months, but I will go every now and then. Because, and I'm telling you, I've taken women to Popeyes to eat lunch. Yeah. If Popeyes is good enough for me, goddamn, it better be good enough for you. If it's good enough for me and you think it's not good enough for you, then we probably ain't gonna be a good match. And that's okay. That's okay. Some women can't eat it, won't eat it. And I'm cool with that. I got to find a woman that might be all right with it. It's something on that menu you might want to eat. Maybe you don't eat the chicken, but maybe it's something on that menu that you like. But if you think you're above going to Popeyes, then, we probably ain't going to be a good match. Because I will go, like I say, I don't go there every day. Hadn't been there in months. Probably over a year. I probably ain't been to Popeyes in over a year. But it ain't to say that I wouldn't go. And don't tell me nothing about going to a barbecue shack. I will go to a barbecue shack. I will take a woman to a barbecue shack to eat. If that food is good, I'm going. If it's good enough for me, guess what? I'm going to find me a woman that is good enough for. And if it ain't, it's cool, man. It's no love lost. I ain't tripping. But, by the same token, I take a woman to a fine steakhouse, I take her to a fine Italian restaurant, it just depends on the vibe. It's all about the vibe. But I ain't with the whole coming in like, oh, I'm high maintenance. And if you want to be with me, you're going to have to bow down and take care of all of the essentials I don't rock like that. Now, it's some dudes don't mind doing that. Knock yourself out. And I'm not going to talk about those dudes in a disparaging way. Because, everybody give what they can in a relationship. You find what works for you. That don't work for me. Some dudes that work for it just don't work for me. Yeah, that don't work for me. I don't eat, typically I don't eat fried foods, but every now and then, I might pull up on a Wingstop, and I don't even really trust Wingstop like that. But every now and then, if the options are limited or whatever, everything closed, gotta eat something, hungry, man, I might go and hit that Wingstop, man. I might get it, But going back to the money, fam, the money come down to what works for you. See, I'm going to tell y'all a story. And this is really for the men to hear and the women to hear. I didn't know my shirt wasn't buttoned up. This is really for the men to hear and the women to hear. And I'm going to tell this story. Now, I'm not going to tell this story, and I'm not going to try to embarrass the woman. I'm not going to say her name. And I'm not saying this to embarrass her, but I'm just saying this to offer some context and put things in perspective. And it's going to give some of you guys out there hope. Where your money ain't straight, this is going to give you some hope. So y'all do realize that most dudes who got money were broke, right? Most dudes who got money right now at some point was broke, right? So they had to start somewhere. So for me, I was always a hustler, meaning that, trying to get some money, always trying to get some money. Sometimes most times I worked for it the right way. Sometimes I did some shady stuff to get to the money, but I was always about getting my money, trying to get to the money. So while I'm pursuing my dream of becoming a rapper, and I know some of y'all like, huh, you used to rap? Every now and then somebody will pop up and say, I didn't know you was Willie D from the Ghetto Boys. I've been listening to you for a whole year. But when I was pursuing my goal of becoming a rapper, I was dating this girl who I was in love with for a whole year. We had been dating. One day she comes to me, and she comes to me while I'm at the house that my aunt owns, that I'm renting a bedroom out of. At this time, I'm about 21, 22. Keep in mind, though, I'm grinding. I'm pursuing my goal. I'm going to all of the rap battles. I'm going to I'm in the studio. I'm doing everything. I'm trying to make my mark in this rap game. So after a year, and she came from a middle income house. She was a military brat. And so she had, her parents bought her a nice car, brand new car. I remember, I ain't gonna say the name of it, but it was a brand new car and all that stuff. So she used to drive from one side of town, from the south side of town, to come on the north side of town to see me and stuff like that. And we'd go to different places and all that kind of stuff. And when we would eat, we'd eat at fast food places, right? We grab quick stuff, stuff that costs a few dollars, right? Or she might cook something at the house for me or something like that. So one day she come to me and she said, hey, I think we need to start seeing other people because you ain't never got no money. Told me straight up like that to my face. We need to start seeing other people because you ain't never got no money. Now listen, fam. I would have done anything for this woman. Well, almost anything, within reason. But I was in love with her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I thought this was going to be the one. But out of nowhere, she blindsided me with we need to start seeing other people because you ain't got no money. You ain't never got no money. So I said, okay. Just like that, I said, okay. And she was like, okay. So you ain't gonna say nothing? You ain't got nothing else to say? I said, what else is there to say? You already made your mind up. Now keep in mind, I'm crushed. But the way my mind operates is when somebody don't want to rock with me, somebody don't like me, somebody say that they're not interested in me, I immediately shut down. That I shut it down because it don't matter how much I like that woman or whatever, I still shut it down because I know it ain't gonna work out. I know at that point the trust is gone, so it ain't gonna work out. it's not, even if she would have said, no, I'm just playing, I wouldn't have trusted her. And I just wouldn't have trusted her. So the trust was gone. So I was like, okay, just like that. Keep in mind, inside I'm dying, but on the outside, I'm okay. And I meant that. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I moved on. She went on about her business. About a year later, I'm at a club that we used to frequent. Me and her, well, we didn't frequent. We went to about maybe a handful of times. But it's a very popular club in Houston. Very popular club. It's the premier hip hop spot in Houston at the time. And I'm on stage with Scarface and Bushwick, Ready Red behind me. It's Ghetto Boys. It's sold out. It's people everywhere. It's cars as far as you can see them on the outside of the building. People are jam-packed inside of this place that holds about 1,500 people. It's jam-packed. I'm on stage. Women are reaching for me. They trying to grab my crotch. They screaming. They trying to grab my jacket. They all over me, right? They all over me. In the crowd, I see her because, she's like a fair-skinned chick, right? So I see her in the middle of the crowd, like by the bar, and she's standing over there with her new boyfriend, who is a drug dealer, a Colombian drug dealer. And I heard that he had been putting his hands on her and stuff. So, and I saw her having a drink, and she had this look on her face. I could see all of this. She had this look on her face. She was like, she looked sad. But I took a mental note and I kept it moving. Fast forward, I see her out a couple of other times, and she give me her number. I take the number, but after I walk off, I throw it away. That chapter is over. I'm gone. I done moved on. Because, like I say, the trust had been broken. So once the trust is broken, that's it. I'm gone. It's over. Relationship over. When you don't have any trust in your relationship, once you start not trusting somebody in the relationship, it don't matter if y'all stay together for a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Emotionally, you've already checked out. So the relationship was effectively over when the trust was broken. So that's how I operate. Fast forward, I've seen her a few other times and in a capacity where, people was recognizing me and whatever, wanting pictures and autographs and all that kind of stuff. And I just kept it moving, because the thing is that I don't chase. I learned I don't know where I got it from. I don't know when it clicked, how it clicked in, and how it happened. But when I was very young, I just realized that people can be temporary, but your purpose is forever. So I knew that if I pursued my purpose, then that was going to be there forever. But if I got in this relationship with this woman or whatever, then it's a good chance that it might not work out no way. No matter how good it might seem, it may not work out. So the way I looked at it was like, I'm gonna pursue this music, and I'm gonna pursue my purpose. And along the way, if a woman, comes into my life and she's able to get in where she fit in, and we can work, we jive, she can respect what I'm doing, then I can make time for that. But I'm not going out of my way to be in a relationship. because I really cannot afford financially. I can't even afford to be in a relationship financially. Think about it, fam. If you're already working and you're already struggling yourself by yourself, adding somebody on to that, especially somebody who do not understand it and don't have the patience for it, it's going to be hard for that relationship to work out. It's just going to be very difficult. And women got needs, and and there's a lot of pressure on them to have things because they see their friends having things. And then you got them women that like to gossip and talk down on women who man ain't really doing anything for them financially. And then also they got their own family members saying, well, what do you do? How much where you work at? Well, what do you do? Oh, that type of thing. So it's a lot of pressure on women to find a dude who already got it, who already getting it. Very few women are going to be able to have the patience to see in a dude that, okay, he ain't got it now, but I know he gonna get it because that dude is just unstoppable. He's resilient. His mindset, his talent, ain't no way he ain't gonna get there. So I'm going to make the investment in him right now. I'm gonna start messing with him right now. I'm gonna go ahead on and be his support right now. Most women they ain't got that type of patience. They want to walk into it when he's already successful, when he already got it going on, when he already doing it. And that is why a lot of times when dudes do have a lot of money, that's why when a lot of dudes do have a lot of money, they treat women badly because they know that more than likely the woman is with them just because of the money, right? And then you realize, and then sometimes you be trying to understand, how is this dude who can have any woman in the world that he wants? Why is he with her? She don't look better than me. She ain't this, she ain't that, she ain't this. But she was there. She was there before he got to the paper. She was there. She bought a few meals. She washed them clothes. She helped give him some ideas for the business. She was in the stands, cheerleading. Yeah. When he was in middle school, or, typically women know, like when you're an athlete, especially athletes, they know when you really are really, really good, that you got a real good chance of making it to the pros. So you do have women that will, kind of jump on board early on to try to secure the bag, and just strictly to secure the bag, get in early on like that. But some women don't even have the patience for that. They ain't trying to hear that high school stuff. They trying to like, okay, I need to do with some bread right now. So now you got college. You got some women that will wait till dudes got drafted or whatever. But now they going after the college because they got them NIL deals. And those college athletes are millionaires now. So now you're seeing a lot of older women, women in their 30s and 40s going for college athletes. But at the end of the day, fam, it's all relative to the type of dude you are, what kind of money you got, what you're working with. Who is this chick and what does she mean to you, right? But yeah, when I hear the women that start doing all this talking really slick, like, and sounding entitled, oh yeah, I go out of my way to make sure they don't get a nickel from me, because they remind me of strippers. Women that talk like that remind me of strippers. Strippers, when you go to a strip club, strippers are trained to smile at you as soon as you walk in the door. Sorry, strippers, got to say this. Strippers are trained to smile at you when you first walk through the door and make you feel like you're the only guy in the room. But make no mistake, the number one goal is to rabbit ear your pockets. The number one goal is to get you to blow through that credit card. They don't care if it's your company credit card and you're going to lose your job. They are there to try to get as much money out of you as possible. So I don't like the energy. I don't like it. Plus, I don't like no chick getting me all excited or whatever, and then having me acting out of character, trying to hook up with her and all this stuff when every dude that walk in there is trying to hook up with her and all that. Yeah, I don't like all that stuff, like don't be sitting on my stuff and all that, getting me all excited. I don't want none of that. Yeah, get away from me with all that, man. So you ain't, last time I was at a strip club was maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, but not to say that I wouldn't go to one today, but I ain't going for the same reasons a lot of dudes may go to a strip club. If I go, I'm typically going to go because it's an after party going. One of my homeboys in town, they're performing. They got an after party. They want me to hang out a little extra. Every now and then I might do it, but or somebody is got a meeting or something. They want to meet here for whatever. They just what they want to do. Okay, all right, I'll meet you up there. But other than that, I ain't going. I don't do strip clubs. I don't like it like that. I don't like them like that. And here's another caveat. I mean, not caveat, but here's another nugget for you guys, right? If you do like strippers and that's your thing, don't meet the stripper at the strip club. Because if you meet her at a strip club, she's going to look at you as a trick. And even if you have babies with her, she's going to always look at you as a trick because that's how she met you. If you lead with your wallet, you will end with your wallet, right? So if you like a stripper, try not to meet her at the strip club. You can meet that same stripper in the mall. And, if you got a good conversation or whatever, she may fall head over heels for you. Like genuinely, authentically fall head over heels for you. But if you meet that same chick in the strip club, you meet her on her turf, you meet her at a strip club, and the first thing she's going to think of you when she see you is a trick. She's going to look at you like a trick. And she's going to always think of you like a trick. And anytime you want her to do something for you, you're going to have to come out, you're going to have to pay. Just like at the strip club. You want to dance? That'll be $50. You want to sucky suck? That'll be $200. You want to that'll be $400. Whatever the price is. Sometimes the price be 25 cents. Whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm talking. Am I giving up too much game? Am I giving up too much game? Yeah. Oh, so Taylor said, is a strip. I think that was Taylor said that. Is a stripper a real good catch? It depends on the guy. Some guys are cool. You got I think Bill Maher married a stripper. Some was engaged or something with a stripper. It depends on the guy. I ain't marrying no stripper. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being in no relationship with no stripper. None of that. Right? I ain't doing that. Right? But some dudes, it works for them. So, if that's their thing, I ain't gonna knock it. But I'm just saying better him than me because I know that dudes that be in relationships with strippers always have issues because number one, their woman is dancing on another dude meat, grinding on another dude meat every day, like dozens of dudes every day. She's on top of that meat every day. And you can say what you want to say, but it depends on what his money look like, what her money look like. If she mess around and go out of town for a few days and hook up with some dude and don't come back home, or she go out, let's say she in a relationship in one city, she leave and go hang out with the girls or whatever. And she comes back. it's gonna be some problems. Cause he's gonna automatically be like, even while she's gone, he's gonna be like, wait, where were you? Where were you? Who you with? Da, da, da. He's not gonna trust her. Let me tell you something, fam. Dudes who date strippers don't trust strippers. I don't give a damn if they married. They don't trust them. Every dude that I know that's ever dated a stripper, they always have these trust issues from day one. They always squabbling. Always. Always. Especially if he met her at the strip club. If he met her at the strip club, oh yeah. Oh yeah. They always have issues. Pure Michigan says, Willie, what are some ways to know if a guy is really into you and not using you? Time. Time will tell. Time will tell. And, that goes both ways. If I'll tell you this, though, one of the biggest ways to know for a fact is lose everything. Lose everything you got. Or maybe you can fake out and act like you lost everything, but lose everything. You'll know. You'll know. In fact, but some people are so crafty that they can see you losing before everything goes, before the car actually gets repoed, before the house actually gets foreclosed on. They can see it tightening up. They can see the money getting tight. And then they'll jump ship. That way you can't say they stopped messing with you when you was broke, when you didn't have anything. Too much game? Okay. JB say only a sucker takes women on dates without the relationship being intimate. JB, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, fam, because I'm far from a sucker. But I go on a date with a woman, that ain't nothing, conversation. I gotta eat. I don't mind buying people food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind, sometimes I'll go to sometimes I'll pop up. Like my homeboy or something is somewhere, whatever, and I'll pop up and I'll order something or whatever, and he might be sitting there with a date, or he might be sitting there with 3 or 4 women, or even just 3 or 4 people, and I might just take care of the whole bill. So that ain't being no sucker. That's just being generous. But some dudes are suckers, but I don't think, going on a date should be, I don't think going on a date should be a reward. I don't think having sex should be a reward for paying for somebody dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. that's really, to me, that's kind of juvenile to think that way, right? So basically, you saying that if you ever get into a serious relationship with a woman, it's going to be a woman that you pretty much was able to knock down on the first date. But I think that typically when dudes, now I'm gonna say this, man, and I don't mean no harm, homie, but I'm gonna say this because I hear it, right? I hear this a lot. Typically, the dudes who say that you know, they they need to have sex. A woman got to put out if they're gonna take her on a date and they're gonna spend some money on her. Usually a dude who talks like that is a trick, or he's a dude who ain't got no money because he feel like that he's doing so much for this woman that she needs to give up something. So it's usually a dude who, if going on a date gonna hurt him, spending that money, or it's gonna really hurt. That's usually the type of dude who talk like that. Now, keep in mind, fam, I ain't trying to, drag you or nothing, because I come from the same place. Like I've been there and done that. I've been broke myself, and I've had to, navigate through this dating game or whatever. But I hear a lot of men talk, and typically when I hear men who talk like that, it's a man who ain't got it. It's a dude who ain't got it, or it's a trick. It's a dude who everything has to be transactional. Everything that he do, if he do anything for a woman, she gonna have to give up on. She got to give something to him. If he do anything, he's gonna have to do. She's got to do something for him, right? And I just don't really rock like that in life overall. I get it that I get it that relationships are give and take. I get that part. But just in general, like, I just don't live my life where every time I do something for somebody, they got to give me something in return. I don't live my life like that. A lot of times I do things just because I want to do them, I just want to do something nice for somebody, that don't mean jump in the chat and start asking me for money. But yeah, I a lot of times, fam, a lot of times I just do stuff, man, just because I want to do it. Angela Dadnack, what up? Ray, Miss Jazzy is in the building. What's up, Miss Jazzy, on a Saturday? On a Saturday morning, afternoon. Matt Ricks. What's up, Matt Ricks? Appreciate you. Dragon Love. Connie Harch. What's up, Connie? Appreciate you. The only way. Yeah, fam. As far as like dating and stuff, sometimes I've taken women, as I said, to steakhouses on the first date, upscale steakhouses. On the first date, I've taken women on the first date to Popeye's Chicken, to the barbecue shop or the hamburger stand, and it was never about the amount of money that I spent. It was always about the connection. It was about the connection. In fact, now that I think about it, as for me, now the woman's experience may have been different, but I know as for me, those dates that I had the best time, where I had the best time, was usually where I spent the least amount of money. And I don't know if that's because I ain't really out to spend money, or maybe it was because I wasn't focused on money. It wasn't about money. It was just about the connection, And then I've been to the movie theater with on a first date, and there was no connection. So we never saw each other again. You know, it happens. It's really about the connection. It's really about the vibe, you know. It's that vibe, man. It's that vibe. So, but this way, but I'm pretty good at the type of women that I pick. You know, I'm pretty good like at picking them. Like as far as like picking a woman who ain't really, you know, like so, you know, caught up in the material world like that. Just it kind of irks me when people are that materialistic. I like material things, don't get me wrong. I like nice stuff. I don't get me wrong. But you got to have some substance too. You got to be more, it's got to be more to you than just the nice, you know, nice clothes you have on or your pretty face, you know, and all that kind of stuff. There's got to be something more there. You know, now that pretty face, that, you know, that figure, that might be the thing that attract me to you. But the thing that's going to make me stick like a magnet is your personality, you know, your character. You know, what type of person are you? Because if I figure out that you're the type of person that think you are better than me, oh man, it's lights out. It's over right then and there. It's over. Relationship is over. You ain't got to worry about me calling you no more. It's over right then and there. Because there are some people, you know, that you date, they think they're doing you a favor. They think they're actually doing you a favor, you know, by being with you or whatever. Like, okay, kick rocks barefooted at a concrete plant, man, and pour some alcohol on you to treat the wound. Yeah, man. Kelvin, what's up? Janet Sullivan. Well, of course, DC. What up? Sean Lunatic. I've seen like I remember like when I really was like really on the dating scene, like really just on the scene, like when I was in my gangster love era, you know, clean up man, like boop. I used to see certain chicks in the club in Houston, you know, because that's where I live. So I would see certain women in the club, and they were beautiful women, you know, on the outside, beautiful women. But these were women that I would see in certain circles, right? Meaning that, you know, oh, you know, they run in certain cliques and they be hanging with these dudes over here. Or, oh, she used to date this dude and then that dude. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Is certain people have little cliques and stuff. And they come in the club and they be over here or they standing around and they got their nose in the air or whatever. And these certain chicks, and I'm talking about they look very attractive women, but I never spoke to them. I would never speak to them. Sometimes I would see them and they look at me and try to look at me a little longer. You know, women try to give you that look. And I'm like, I look off and I don't even say nothing to them. I would never say anything to them. And I remember one time, one of the women uh, told me that she spoke to me first. And then, you know, I spoke to her back and she was like, oh, you how come you don't, she said something like, how come you never tried to holler at me or whatever. And I think I said something, well, like, how come you ain't never tried to holler at me? And, you know, we laughed about it or whatever, but I still didn't find her attractive because I didn't like the clique that she ran with. You know, she was attractive, like physically attractive, but as far as like her energy, I still knew who she was. Her energy, I didn't like her energy and the clique that she ran with. So I didn't want to be a part of that. Because I look at it like when you hook up with a chick, you're not just hooking up with her, you hooking up with her friends. Because Her friends are in her ear. Whoever her family is, guess what? That's your family now. If the relationship go any further than just dating, and y'all end up in a serious situation, if her family is the type of family that are beggars, and she is the type of person who is generous, which are the type of women that I actually like, then she's probably going to try to figure out a way to get some money into their hands. And whether that money coming out of her personal stash or your stash, you don't like to see a person that you're in a relationship with being taken advantage of. So that's going to create some problems, man. That is going to create some problems. So if she's the type of person that's close to her family, which again, I like women who are close to family, and she got a brother or uncle that's an alcoholic who stays close to the family, when they have family gatherings, you're going to have to hear that mouth. So be careful. Back to the $300 question before I go, fam. Is $300 enough for a dinner date? Is $300 enough for a dinner date? Thumbs up if you think it is. Thumbs down if you say, man, that's crazy. Hell no. Hell no. Again, nobody knows. I ain't paying no $300 for no dinner date. That girl up, Sandra up, Miss Stay Positive all the time up, Dragon Love down, Raina down, Aquarius up, the Pharaoh up, MD up, Bug Horse down, Facebook user down, up, Randy Lee up, Mark down, Asada up, John down, Sean Lunatic down. Hotel Travel Guide down. That's a good one to end on right there. Hotel Travel Guide. You know, they got the experience. Down. All right, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. I don't think this conversation is going to end anytime soon. So, hey, keep the chat going, fam. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Got a couple of more videos coming y'all way today. No more talk.